Welcome, Mr. Bhandari, to IPF exclusive video interview. Uh, and before we begin, we would like you to brief us about Gates India operations in terms of how many manufacturing units you have, what kind of products you manufacture, and which industries you serve.
So Gates in India has two entities. One fully, 100% subsidiary of Gates Corporation US, and the other company is a JV. What we have with Nita Corporation, we call it Gates Unita. So the fully owned subsidiary makes the fluid power products, and the power transmission company makes the power transmission products like belts, tensioner, pulleys, so on and so forth. We have overall 4 plants in India. One plant is in Punjab, one in Faridabad, which is in Haryana, other in Pune, Maharashtra, and the fourth one is in Chennai. Actually, near Chennai, Sri Premadur is a place. So we have a fourth plant there. The Chennai plant is engaged with the power transmission product line.
Okay. So out of the broad categories of product line that you spoke about for the power transmission and fluid power, how much is the contribution from these two business units to overall Gates India's revenue, and which is in terms of performance, which is doing much better than the other?
It's practically equal. It keeps varying 4-5% up and down depending upon which customer is doing better, or which segment is doing better for us. So depending upon that, it keeps varying, but by and large, I'll say it's equal. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
the
in
two
terms of
we have
yeah,
in Pune and Faridabad, they are the assembly plants. They do the finish assembly and supply to the OEMs. They are more engaged in the OEM activity, whereas the mother plant makes the bulk hose. Where these hoses are converted is the assembly plant. Same way for the tensioner and the belt plant. We make it in Chennai, but then you have warehouses near the OEMs where they take the milk run. So that's how we cater to the OEMs.
okay. So in terms of contribution from the end users, if you broadly categorize it into auto, which also includes off-road vehicles and a non-auto industrial segment. So how has been the demand from these two broad categories for your products in last, say, 1 or 2 years?
Actually, over the past couple of years, we have seen strong demand for both the product categories. We have launched and will continue to launch a number of new products across both segments, that differentiate us from competition. We have a growing pipeline of opportunities, which we expect to benefit from the market opening up. Today it is little dull because of COVID thing and all. We all understand that. But as the markets open up in second half of 2020 and beyond, this will start showing up. Our sales team have done a very well job in terms of selling value proposition across the categories to meet customer demand. To your question about automotive hose, automotive category, and the non-automotive, anything else beyond that. So we actually participate in a lot of segments. We are not confined to one segment as such. Automotive is one, and then there is truck and bus, and then there is two-wheeler. We also participate big time into construction equipment, and then new built machineries like textile machinery, machine tool industry. We also participate in injection molding, new build, and the furnaces, induction furnaces. Those kind of companies also are our OE customers. So it's a very wide width we have. To give a percentage will be very difficult because some industry goes up, some comes down. So it's not a fixed thing. I can say that even my planning becomes so difficult with that. Yeah.
Okay, you just spoke about construction equipment industry, and probably that is also one of the big contributors to our business of Gates India. So how has been the demand of from the construction equipment side given the fact that the government has been emphasizing on spending on the infrastructure projects.
Mm-hmm. So you are perfect. Yeah. So we see that very clearly. In general, the our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, keeps talking about a huge investment in infrastructure. He has been talking about investing 100 lakh crore or something like that. It's a very big number in infrastructure. And I'm sure this will clearly benefit us as well, because this is one of the key industries which we serve. Our specific performance in this market had been very good. Despite last year being a little lull, if you really look at 2019 was not very good for construction equipment industry. But how do, for us it became well is we acquired new customers. We added new customers to our list. So the momentum decline helped, was compensated by addition of new customers.
Okay. So what do you bring to the table for the construction equipment segment, given the fact there is an overall emphasis from the end users towards energy efficiency, the fuel efficiency, and making their vehicle lighter?
Mm-hmm. So to your point, what we bring to give a little technological story today happening in construction equipment industry, especially is the need for the light weighting is very important today, because of the, again, carbon emission norms are coming in. Even this industry is going towards the BS4 now. So it got little deferred, but it is going to come in. It's not going to be like not going to come in or can be deferred further. We know very well the government is very serious about it. The Gates product, the new launches I talked about are light in weight, but as high as 1/3 light in weight. The weight of the product has gone down by that much. Number two, flexibility. The engine size are reducing. If you look at the machines are becoming compact, so you require flexible products which can join very the two ports. Let's say in fluid power, the machine has become compact, so you require tighter bend radius. So you require flexibility, and that's where we come into play. And Gates, being a system supplier, OEMs don't want to deal with child part supplier. You can get one from here and get two from there, and then later on when there is a leak, you don't know from where it is leaking, who's responsible for it. They want a system supplier with a repute, and Gates is one of it. We do entire system, and we provide guarantee warranty to our OEMs, and they love to deal with us. That's how we are adding every year one or two big OEMs to us.
Okay. And what about your power transmission product business? What is driving that business?
So power transmission is a very similar story happening. We just now we went for BS6 in automotive. So huge development with the OEMs. Last 2 years was so busy on developing the OEM qualification to the BS6, and we deal with practically every big OEMs in the automotive space. So that's the change which brought in a lot of technologically advanced product from Gates. So there the thing is carbon emission. You have to reduce carbon emission, or maybe your fuel efficiency has to go up. That's how you can bring down the carbon emission. And our products supports the OEM towards that. We are into highly advanced products for engine tuning products, for products like BSG, belt starter generator. That's new technology. We are supporting the big OEMs into that. So that's how we bring in technologically advancement. Earlier in India, India was considered as not a technology savvy product adoption. But today, if you look at India, has a very quick adoption of technology, and probably with the price sensitivity around, we are very competitive. Yeah.
Okay. What are the key challenges that industries across manufacturing segments are facing today, and how is Gates helping them to overcome these challenges?
if I've understood your question, is that the challenges industry is facing today?
Yeah, the user industry is facing today, and how Gates is helping them to overcome these challenges.
Yeah. So as I said, the technological need today of the customer is lightweighting, emission controls, flexibility in the products, and even our OEMs would like to differentiate, from competition. So what we do is we develop continuously new products and new innovative products in our range with the help of our material science, with a huge R&D investment what Gates does on on the engineering side. We are continuously bringing in those kinds of products which helps the OEM to meet and beat the basic norms and then differentiate themselves with the competition. So that's how we get engaged with all the key industry players today. So the industry has these problems and we are there to solve it. We are like a partner. We work like partners with all our customers, and they are the ones who get benefited with all these new innovations we bring in.
One of the trends in the industry is moving towards intelligent products, IoT compliant products. How is Gates, catering to these needs of the market?
So as you said, these systems nowadays are not standalone anymore. They are a closed loop system. It helps other subsystems to get efficient, and we are absolutely aligned to that. And we offer in that, as I mentioned earlier, I think briefly I mentioned about tuning of the engines. So what does that tuning means is basically the engine variability, which gets, any engine will have variability. So it fine tunes it so that the engine performance, the output, the efficiency which comes out of the engine is not in a variable form. So it fine tunes the engine and you get a continuous feed. As a result, your vehicle performance or your experience with your vehicle improves. You have a smooth ride, to say in a layman language. You have a smooth ride. We don't come to know what all is happening inside the engine. It all is kind of input to some other subsystem who in turn helps some other subsystem, and ultimately customer experience is a smooth ride.
Right.
And economic.
Yeah. So the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the industry, affected all the industries. So how it has affected your business at present?
So consider something like this. Clearly the broad shutdown in India is affecting all businesses right now. When businesses reopen, our operation teams will be ready to go immediately. We have applied for all the permissions to go ahead and start serving the customer, start the plant operation. Even though the physical buildings are closed, our commercial team have been finding creative ways to stay connected with our customers digitally. The way you are, you did not find a barrier to meet and take an interview. We are also learning. Yeah, we are also quickly upskilling ourselves to interact with our customer in a more digital way. As such, we have visibility into how we can support them now. And when the lockdown is rolled back, we have to be the first one to support our customer. So that's the entire mindset, and we are working towards it. The team is fully engaged with all our customers.
So have you, government has already started giving permissions in some states to restart industries and factories. So have you started operationalizing your factories?
Yeah, so 2 of the plants are already operational, and other 2 are in different stage of approval, because you have to get a first plant opening approval, then manpower movement approval. All that is in the process. Yeah.
So which 2 plants are operational now?
Faridabad and Pune plant are operational.
Okay. So what is your what is going to be your recovery strategy for Gates India, given the fact that now slowly the economic activity will start gearing up, and so what's your going to be the strategy to restart your growth in growth path? How do you intend to take that on the growth path?
So I got your point. Basically what you're saying is after COVID, how are you going to react or something like that? Correct. So we have being a global company, one benefit we get is we come to know what's happening in other markets. In this case, as the China market has reopened, so have our facilities there. We are fully up and running. We can take what has worked there and apply it to our other regions, globally, as the world recovers from the pandemic. So there are good amount of learnings, from the other countries like China, Korea, which we are going to be using it, and all that social distancing and sanitizing and ensuring safety of our employees, so that a safe product reaches the customer. All that is being followed very religiously. So to the point what I said earlier, 2 plants operational and 2 other plants, though the plant has not started production, but we are on a trial run of how will we operate in when the real production starts. So we are doing trials there, safe distancing between people, sanitizing when they eat, all that safety precautions. There has to be a safe distance between them, covering up, masks. These are all new behavior.
Right, right. So, so has the COVID-19 forced you to recalibrate your growth plans for 2020, given the fact that at the start of the year there was no COVID-19 on the horizon?
So I'll only say, a little differently, that Gates headquarters had been very supportive of India. They strongly believe in India's story and support us, back us very strongly with the opportunities that India present for the company. We have been investing in the business here to support our growth, and that story will continue. These kind of temporary setbacks in between will come and go. In a country like India, I think company is fully committed.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Bhandari, to spend your time with IPF and sharing your valuable views on the industry and Gates India's operations. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Rao. I'm glad that a new experience again. Do audio visual like we do with our customers now. Media interaction also becoming like that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.